off the coast of Egypt, divers have discovered something that was thought to be lost a long time ago. It was said that the ancient city of Heraklion was lost under the sea for good. Well, 1200 years later, off the Bay of Abukir, this ancient city has finally been discovered. The city dates back to the 6th century BC and holds some of the most beautiful artifacts you could imagine. Things like grand statues of gods and goddesses, standing well over 15 feet tall and carved out of red granite, treasures of gold and rare stones, elaborate temples and enormous tablets. This find is enormous in the historical preservation community and has been commissioned by museums around the world. Take a look at this incredible city found underwater. This is diver Frank Gaudio examining the enormous hand-carved statue of a pharaoh. This statue stands roughly 16 feet tall and was found near a large temple under the sea. Here is the head of a statue carved out of red granite depicting the god Hapi. Hapi is known as the god of the flooding of the Nile. Hapi is a symbol of abundance and fertility and has never been discovered at such a large scale before. The divers and their team of researchers carefully lift the statue to the surface in order to preserve and protect this piece of history. It will reside safely in a museum. Here the pharaoh, the queen and the god Hapi are laid on the barge next to a temple stele. The stele dates back to the 2nd century BC. It was found broken into 17 pieces, however, all were found and placed back together. This gold plaque was found in the southern sector of the city. The text is written in Greek and acts as a signature for foundation deposits, in the name of the king responsible for building this area. King Ptolemy III 246-222 BC. In the reflection of this diver's mask we see a bronze statue of the god Osiris. The crown is the typical insignia of power, and this statue has eyes adorned with gold sheets. Every single detail of this site in Abukir Bay has been meticulously documented. Here a diver measures a red granite statue's feet below the surface of the ocean. A bronze oil lamp in excellent condition. This dates back to the 2nd century BC. Diver Frank Gaudio, showing off the size of this inscribed stele. This was ordered to be built by Nectanebo I, sometime between 378 and 362 BC. The divers carefully lift the enormous stele out of the water where it has been for well over 1200 years. Here the divers carefully inspect a stone full of gold fragments that date back to the 6th century BC. I'm amazed that these are still intact. This is an absolutely epic underwater find that has researchers scrambling to this part of the globe to learn about this incredibly beautiful Egyptian city. The fact that this city found underwater has been left untouched underwater for so many years is an amazing factor on its own, let alone being a find as big as it truly is. These statues and artifacts are massive and nearly perfectly preserved. The attention to detail in these pieces is truly beautiful, and I'm happy to see it being preserved with great care. Share this incredible underwater city find with your friends. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.